Well, this evening I'm speaking to Kamukelo Make on my second sit down with her. We are talking bodily confidence. Yep, that's you accepting who you are, accepting the way that you look, and yes, walking tall in the creature that God has made you to be. She's a member of the organization I Am a Heart Plus Size, and they are saying to each and every person who has doubts about themselves, come and join us and start loving yourself.
Yeah.
Siskamo, let's pick up on the voices that you say, internally, needed to speak to you to reaffirm the beauty that you had.
Yeah.
How important is that for you to have confidence?
I feel without having to listen to other people out there, you first have to accept that you're having a problem at first.
Yeah.
A problem meaning not accepting yourself as a problem, because now it means you're going to seek wrong things, wrong ideas, wrong
validation.
wrong validations from other people. So it is actually good to listen to your heart. What is it that will make your heart happy? That is why in the organization they say, listen to your heart. What speaks to your heart? What is in your heart? What is it that you want to achieve? In all these things, if you're saying that you want to be seen by people, you want to be accepted by people, do you accept yourself though?
Yeah.
So it was something that I needed to do myself. I needed to first tell myself that, you know what, Gamu, you need to love yourself with everything that you have. Accept yourself. Know yourself that, you know what, with everything you're owning, Leona, with everything that you're going to go through each and every single day, you matter. It's all about you.
Yeah.
Every decision that you take has to start with you. It ends with you, it starts with you. And any other person doesn't matter, does not exist in your world. You build your own world, you build your own walls for you to have confidence, for you to love yourself. It is your own cycle, it is your own corners of life. It starts with you, it ends with you.
So at the end of the day, your voice is the most critical voice. Some people say they have routines, some people is Zozi Tunzi, our Miss Universe South Africa. She says that she gets in the mirror every morning and she sings her heart out. And I remember in one of the platforms that she was competing, she says that, singing those songs to her self actually affirms her confidence. Do you have any routines that you do that help you pump it up, girl?
Maybe somehow we're doing something similar, because every morning when I get up, I have to go to the mirror without having to bath first. You go without having to take a shower or whatever. Do not touch anything on your face. You go to the mirror, you look at the mirror and you go, Kamaralo, you're beautiful. You have to bless yourself before any other person. Go tell yourself that you're beautiful. You are blessed. You are confident. Say all those things that you need, even though you know you do not have those things.
Even though you lack in some areas,
even if you
tell
lack,
yourself.
Tell yourself, because the minute you tell yourself, something clicks in your mind. That very same voice that I was talking about will go like, but you can still do this.
Yes.
It will still, hype you up to say whatever that you said in your mouth, with your mouth, you can still be able to do it. I go to the mirror and say, come, you're beautiful every morning. There is nobody out there that is beautiful than you. You are confident. This is your day. You are going to rock this day. Nobody else is going to ruin your day. Do not allow it. And after that, that's when I can start praying.
I love that no one else is going to ruin your day. Do not allow it.
No, you do not have to allow anybody to ruin your day. They will try, obviously, because to me, I feel like when somebody bullies you, it's mainly because there is something that they see in you that they do not have. There's something that you have that they're lacking. So the minute when a person starts showing you things and saying, but I don't like your watch, but I don't like your skin tone, you do not like it, who are you?
Yeah, this is my life.
This is me.
This
Why
is
don't
my
you
watch.
say, I do not like my skin tone, but you're saying you do not like your skin tone. So then it means there is something wrong with that person. There's something wrong. That person is trying to seek validation from you actually by ruining your confidence, by taking away what you have. Do not listen to people at all. It is about you all the time.
I think we are in an era where we suffer from we need to actually release ourselves from this. It's the need to self, project on other people. What is my view on beauty? What is my take on that which is excellent? What is my take on being the perfect woman? And we tend to want other people to live out our expectations. And that is where, we are able to say, yeah, but only if you were looking like this.
Yeah.
And maybe we ought to learn that instead of me saying, maybe if you were looking like this, maybe I can go and work that look for myself, and satisfy myself,
Yeah.
and release myself from your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem that society has.
But I feel like your definition of beauty and my definition of beauty, it's different. I always tell my child that, you know what, you need to tell yourself, beauty is about what you want to have,
Yeah.
What I want to have in me, it's my own definition of beauty. If I say to myself, I want to have and remain having the same skin tone, and I want to continue looking this similar way, or whatever way that I want to look, it's your definition of beauty. You do not have to do things because you want another person to accept you. The minute you start seeking acceptance from other people, that is not beauty. My definition of beauty, I write everything down on my diary to say, if I need to do this and do this and do this and do this, that is my definition of beauty. I'll be beautiful in this way. Beauty does not, to me, it's not only about the outside of a person.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Beauty it starts from within.
Yes,
To me, I feel
absolutely.
like having to say I am beautiful from the outside without, speaking good about other people, about myself, then I am not beautiful.
Yeah.
Because whatever that is going to come out of my mouth won't be positive.
It will reflect the state of your heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because you cannot be beautiful. You can never, not in any single day, say you are beautiful if you still speak bad about other people. For me, beauty is just a different thing that each and every one has to have their own definition of beauty. That thing that the society has turned or whatever has said to say, this is the other definition of beauty, this is how a person has to look because they are beautiful. I feel like we are getting lost in a way.
Yeah.
We are not ourselves. We are being projected to be moto omunga by someone else. So you need to know yourself, set yourself the goals and how you need to be and what beauty is, but not forgetting the inner part of you. You should not forget your heart in everything. That is where the beauty comes from.
I've always, said this, that we carry influence. That's the reality. In whatever sphere that we are in, we carry influence. And the same way that influence comes with privileges, it also comes with great responsibilities.
Yeah. I feel like we must learn to love each other. We must learn to love each other in a sense, yeah. You accept the next person the way the person is.
The way they are.
Do not try to give out inputs, wrong things. Okay, it's fine to tell a person to say, okay, fix it. But do not tell this person to say, you are not beautiful in this sense. I can only say, okay, maybe you didn't iron your dress. You should have at least tried to iron. But say it in a good manner. But you cannot say to a person to say, but you should have at least tried a red lipstick. Or maybe draw a red lipstick. That is, I feel like you're commending that person to do this. Udra, you're dropping the confidence here, the next person. So I feel like we need to build a society where we accepting one another. We know that we are different with all our flaws. We know that besides our looks, our inner person, different. Some are short-tempered. Somehow you're gonna try to tell a person
you are hating them.
The person. So it's always good to choose the kind of words we use. We love each other. I feel like having to have a community where we love and change this narrative here, this is the specific type of beauty. You allow a person or give the person the floor to just be themselves. I feel like we are going to grow. I feel like that is our children in school needs us to have such. I feel one other thing that I feel we're failing to do now is we're failing to do as people is we're teaching our children to lack confidence themselves by telling others that if I tell you that you're ugly and everything in front of my child, she's also going to tell another person in school and saying that. I feel we must build that thing in schools as well with our children to say, learn to love your sisters and brothers in school. They do not have to be your mother's children for you to know that, you love each and every person that is there. You learn to share. if you learn to share with other people, surely I cannot share with you something and then I do not like you. Learn to have a heart, be supportive, rebuild that, sisterhood, brotherlyhood, the thing, your community, we are going to grow. Let's start, not to name people, man. Naming and shaming
Name
people,
calling.
it's very wrong. I feel like it damages somebody's mental health. Body shaming itself,
Yeah.
it breaks you up. Like you're losing yourself in the body shaming thing. And the minute you're not positive with yourself, the minute you see things steady bad, it also affects you mentally. It will lead to depressions. It leads you to anxieties and all that. And I feel like for us to win from all those things, it's just to love each other, support each other, learn to just be there for one another, and we are going to win this.
Can it be that we are focusing on the exterior while the true beauty of one is inside? I mean, the Bible says to us in the book of Peter, Peter says your concern should not be the beauty of, the exterior. He says, do not adorn yourself with elaborate hair and jewelry and what. Not that there's anything wrong with your weave. Not that there's anything wrong with the earrings or the jewelry that you wear. But he says the following. He says, rather concern yourself with your beauty that is in the inside.
Yeah, true.
Because it is the beauty that is on the inside that can actually impact the world. It is the beauty that is in the inside that can allow you, to be loving towards somebody who doesn't look like you on the exterior.
Yeah.
It is the beauty that is inside of you that can allow you to have patience. And we call it beauty for lack of a better word, actually. But it's the kindness, it's the compassion, it's the love that one has for other people.
Yeah.
It's a number of things that make someone beautiful. And we tend to say, Cecily Type is saying, doesn't she have a beautiful soul?
Yeah.
That's what we say.
I feel like if I were to be accepted in that way or to be known in that way, I wouldn't really mind how I look from the outside. What I'm striving for every day or whatever that I need to achieve, for me, it's the inner part of me.
Yeah.
I want to have a heart which would be welcoming to everybody. I want to be kind to everybody. I want to be the person that would love you extraordinarily, like the love that you did not get somewhere else. I want to be able to give you that love. I feel like that is the beauty that I want. That is why I was telling one other thing that I always say is, when I walk into the room, I feel like my confidence walks before me. When I walked into the room, my confidence walks before me. The reason why I'm saying it walks before me, the inner side of me, that love that I'm saying I need to share with people. For me, when I'm smiling at you, the minute I smile, I am giving you that. Without the outer way, yes, you're going to see my smile, but I'm not smiling from the outside. It's from the heart.
Yeah.
I'll be meaning it. And the way that I'll be smiling at you, it's from the heart. It goes with my confidence. I am going to walk in that very same way that I'm smiling.
Yes.
So it boosts out your confidence. Somehow it means go perfect for other people.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful heart. If you
Yeah.
have a beautiful heart and stop trying to be perfect for other people, you are going to have confidence. You are going to be a peaceful person. You are going to be a very helpful for someone. Because you cannot be out there waba sharp, whatever, your hair and whatever that you need to do and put on makeup, but then you still have a heart empty. You need to love yourself. You need to love other people. You need to be accommodative. Man.
Yeah. The funny thing that I'm hearing you, it's ironic, is the fact that it's not actually even ironic. It's saddening in the sense that regardless of the hammer and the hammering that we do to people, in the sense of educating them to say, hey, your voice is the most valuable voice. It's the most important voice that you need to hear. It should be the loudest that you hear. So we tend to, and this is a problem with us women, we tend to take our beauty, the definition of our beauty, and put it in the hands of men. And we say, that the saddest and saddest part of it is that there are women who have cut up their bodies.
Yeah.
Simply because they could not satisfy a man. Not because they were unhappy, but because the measure and the level of their beauty standard lies in the hands of a man.
But I feel like it's desperation, man. I feel like sometimes we are too desperate. You you feel like your life revolves around man. We sometimes feel like if a man cannot say this, it means it's not enough. We must stop trying to be enough for man. We must not try to be the people who we're not because we're trying to fit into somebody else's life. Somehow without men, we are nothing. So why can't you tell yourself that, you know what, okay, if that man comes, it's fine. But why is atomic and it has to start with me without having to get validation and so much attention that you need men to give you. You know, one other thing that I feel as women we sometimes bully ourselves, each other around men. You know why? Because we feel like men are so powerful. Without them, we are nothing. And for you to feel welcomed and loved by other men is for you to show that you're clever. In that sense, you'll be bullying another woman.
Yeah.
So we
degrade ourselves. Yeah.
Because we're trying to fit in. Why don't we stop this thing of doing things for other people? Isn't banna fela, but for everybody. Like, just stop doing things for other people and do that for ourselves.
Yeah. I'll be more, comfortable and accepting if someone said, I'm not happy with myself. I know I can be healthier, when one addresses their beauty, exterior beauty, from a health point of view. When one says, I've got hypertension, I'm diabetic, for instance, and this is a lifestyle disease. I've got to change my whole lifestyle. So I have to lose weight because I'm diabetic. I have to do this for my longevity, for my long life. This is why I'm doing this. And that is something that, I'd be more accepting of. But the mental health of women in terms of their exterior, it's a problem and area of concern.
Yeah, true. But I somehow feel like it's something that we grew up with. I feel like it's the attention seeking and everything as women. We started from the young age. I feel like it's something that was, taught to all these children. We teach our children that, men are stronger, men are this, men are that. Like the very same words that we are saying to those kids at home in primaries and whatever. Impact to their lives now. Because the minute a person, when a person walks, go high school or primary, actually, let me start by primary level. And then girls are taught to say, you cannot carry this, only men can do it. Okay, boys cannot sweep there. You do lighter duties. I feel like in Toledo, when we grow up, we still check to say, okay, this thing, when I'm doing it, do men still see it now?
Yeah.
We still need them to say, okay, we do see you. We want to be seen. We're trying to prove ourselves to say, Mara, we can. So that is why we always seeking men to say this. Have a word in everything that we do. There must be an input from a man all the time. I would support you if you were to say, indeed, you are losing weight because you are diabetic. But having to say you're losing weight because whosoever
doesn't want a chubby girlfriend, or since you had a child. I sat with a psychiatrist once, especially psychiatrist, and she said, what most men don't realize, and she didn't say particularly that, this is my part.
Okay.
She said what most of us in society don't realize is the fact that, for instance, having a baby, when your body becomes pregnant and a whole human being is formed inside of you, it's like going to war.
Yeah.
And it's still sad when you hear women say, say, my husband said, since I had the baby, I gained too much weight. Since this, since that,
I'm not beautiful anymore.
That I'm not beautiful anymore, that I've let myself go. Those are the things we hear.
I'm too relaxed.
Yeah. So the question then becomes, how do we change the narrative? How do we change the narrative going forward? Because the education that we are giving to the girl child from a young age is that you must so that some men must see you and marry you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. If a girl child is not very domesticated, you're so lazy. Who's gonna marry you?
Yeah.
So it seems that the conversation we are having with our girl children from an early age becomes the conversations of measure up so that someone can pick you.
Yeah.
Measure up so that someone can find you beautiful. Measure up so that someone can find you a hardworking woman.
Which I feel, the other time I had this conversation, the very same conversation with someone, to say, I feel like it's also the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be on this because I'm an activist. I feel like it's also the same thing that contributes in gender-based violence.
Yes.
I feel like there's so much that contributes because we're teaching these girl children to say they are weak, man. You need to be in this certain way for you to be accepted. And now men feel like, okay, they are out there, we need them, they are stronger. So they do not really see why they should take care of us. They should respect us. They should, protect us. Now they are not protecting us. They are just pushing us away because I get it, we need them in everything. So that is one thing. I feel like if we start teaching our children from the young age, I feel like also the statistics to gender-based violence would also
Lesson, yeah, very much so.
I feel like that will also happen.
How is your story impacting others? What is your motivation for doing this?
The only reason why I'm doing this is I need us to be safe. I need a girl child to be safe. I was robbed my childhood. I do not expect any other child to go through what I went through. Me sharing my stories with their mothers or their parents, I am simply saying to them, take care of your children.
Yeah.
I am simply saying to them, be aware of this and this and
Yeah.
this and this. The behavior that your children have. Those bullies in schools, those people are going through so much. There is a story behind those bullies. I am saying, start paying attention. And I feel like me sharing my story as well to children, they are speaking up. They are able to open up more. Now they are being free children. It also helps them to achieve better in school. You start seeing there's a purpose in your own life. All you somehow lost hope in the things that you were doing. You start regaining it. You start valuing yourself. I want to see people out there being able to speak up. I don't want to see this thing whereby talking about rape, it feels like something, it's shameful.
It's, in a way, it blames the victim now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is what society is projecting.
So I want to see people who will be able to share. Let us make it our daily, our daily topics. Let's share about this rape thing. What is the rape? And how you need to behave. What it does to a person. Because if we do not understand how we act after the rape, it's a problem.
Yeah.
My behavior after all that, it was very bad. And trust me, you were going to send me away if you were a mother because I was not behaving in a good manner.
You were actually acting out the pain.
So, but because now I am sharing it, but why they are open to listen to their children now, they are more supportive, bafa attention, kobana. There's so much things that are happening which are positive right now, which I want to see. I want to see a girl child safe. I want to see a boy child as well being able to respect another. I want to have a community where we're going to love and accept each other. I want us to build a safe place for everybody. Let us be safe and be able to feel free and communicate and share our things and share our hearts. Let's be open and we are going to win
the
this.
battle.
Yeah.
Well. It's been a very informative session.
Yeah.
What can we expect going forward? With this beautiful work that you do, not only for your benefit, but for the benefit of others.
I am busy right now. I'm still drafting things. I need to open a center. I need to have a center where I would have children, teach them all these things that we go through, their safety.
Yeah.
You teach them about life. You teach them not only the girls, but everybody. Like the boys, they also go through the same thing. Boys are also raped. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
And we need to teach them now because our boy children out there, they are also facing the same thing. There are men who rape the very same boys in schools. So I want to open a center where we'll be able to share with these kids, make them feel safe, open a platform where it's going to be safe for them to speak up.
Yeah.
I also want to open a modeling agency for some.
For plus size.
For plus size.
Yeah.
A modeling agency would just be for plus size to say, this is your platform as well.
Yeah.
Be free. love yourself, because I feel like when you are out there in front of the camera, if you can face the camera, then you are going to face the community. So I just want to thank you for this beautiful, 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 beautiful opportunity. It wasn't just me sharing my life with you. It was me healing.
Yeah.
It was me opening up. I feel like I'm light now. When I got here, I honestly didn't want to talk. I felt like just going back home. There was something saying, but Kamu, you've always been sharing. You are always sharing with people this, but what is it that you're gaining? And then I felt, okay, you know what? I don't have to listen to this voice. I need to sit here and I'll see at the end of the day, what am I going to get? I feel so light right now. And working out, I'm going to be a stronger woman.
You definitely are going to conquer the world.
True.
You have already started.
Yeah. True.
If anything, tonight, I want you to picture this. A society where we are more aware. A society where we are more tolerant of others. A society where we love more. It's the Bible that says to us, love covers a multitude. True. It covers every imperfection that exists. And to come to think of it, the fact of the matter is God loves us. He loves us thick, as we call ourselves. He loves us thin, as some say they are.
Yeah.
Whatever we are, whatever color of our skin, whatever race that we are, whatever imperfections and differences that there are within us, they were created by God for the glory of His name. May you go out there and shine the light wherever you are. If it's in a thick corner, let's meet there. And if it's in a thin corner, let's also meet there.
Yeah.
The good Lord bless you. The good Lord keep you. And the good Lord just lift you up. Here's a wonderful evening on TBN to Mental Health.
Get yourself a copy of our latest books, The Mending of a Broken Vessel and Maintaining Your Joy, a journal for daily positive living. Visit a bookstore near you.